Imagine a world where a master thief becomes an unexpected hero, and every heist doubles as a journey into the heart of global cultures. Netflix's Carmen Sandiego takes a beloved character and reimagines her with a fresh, thoughtful twist that has captivated audiences and sparked a new appreciation for animated storytelling. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only, your girl, the Cartoon Hotspot, and in this video, I'm diving into why I personally love Netflix's Carmen Sandiego so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is G, and I like to make video essays on various media that I enjoy, dissecting them from a writer's perspective, so if that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell button for post notifications. Without further ado, let's begin. Before Netflix's Carmen Sandiego redefined her as a hero, Carmen Sandiego had quite a different identity in the world of entertainment. Her origins trace back to the early 1980s, where she first appeared in educational games and media developed by the software company Broderbund. Carmen Sandiego made her debut in the 1985 educational game Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? This game was designed to teach geography and world cultures to children through an engaging detective-style format. Carmen, portrayed as a master thief, was known for her trademark red trench coat and fedora, which became iconic symbols of her character. The objective was simple yet intriguing: trap Carmen and her hench people as they stole landmarks and artifacts from around the globe. Which leads me on to my first point. Why I love Netflix's Carmen Sandiego is because of its brilliant reinvention of the character's backstory. In the original 1980s games and later animated series, Carmen Sandiego was portrayed as a master thief, the antagonist being pursued by the Acme Detective Agency. The focus was largely on the efforts of the agent trying to track her down, which meant that Carmen herself was often more of a mysterious figure rather than a central character. Now fast forward to Netflix's adaptation and we see a dramatic shift. Here, Carmen Sandiego, voiced by Gina Rodriguez, becomes the protagonist, and her backstory is transformed into one of the most intriguing aspects of the series. Instead of being a notorious villain, she is reimagined as a morally grey hero, and this new narrative pays homage to her ties with Vile. So, for the uninitiated, Carmen grows up on Vile Island, where she is raised in secret, unaware of her true origins or the full extent of the criminal organization's activities. Her life on the island is isolated from the outside world, and she is trained in various skills under the guise of being an elite operative. It's only when she stumbles upon an old phone and starts communicating with a boy named Player, voiced by Finn Wolfwood, that her worldview begins to shift. The inciting incident of the story occurs when Carmen's promising future takes a sharp turn after Shadow-san fails her as a trainee. Feeling rejected but determined to prove her worth, Carmen decides to take matters into her own hands. She sneaks aboard one of Vile's mission, and during this mission, Carmen discovers the shocking truth behind Vile's operation. The acronym Vile stands for Villains International League of Evil, and that Vile is not just about theft for profit, but is driven by a more nefarious goal: to steal valuable artifacts from around the world. As Carmen delves deeper, she uncovers that by stealing artifacts, Vile is not only amassing wealth, but robbing the world of crucial knowledge and understanding of different cultures and histories. And this realization hits Carmen hard. She understands that these artifacts hold immense educational value and play a vital role in preserving human heritage. Empowered by this newfound understanding, Carmen decides that she cannot be a part of such a destructive force, and with the help of Player, she orchestrates a daring escape from Vile Island and embarks on a bold journey to thwart the organization's plans. Her mission is no longer about proving herself to her former mentors, but about righting the wrongs committed by Vile and protecting the world's cultural treasures. This reinvention is nothing short of genius. By maintaining a connection to the original concept of Carmen as a skilled thief and providing her with a complex, morally ambiguous role, this series creates a character who is both familiar and refreshingly new. It allows for a deeper exploration of her motivations and personal growth, making her journey far more engaging and nuanced than simply being a villain chased by heroes. Great protagonists don't just kick ass and save the day. They have emotional stakes that hang in the balance if they don't achieve their goals. Carmen Sandiego carves out her own destiny from a life of adversity, showcasing extraordinary resilience and emotional depth. At just 16 years old, she leaves behind her sheltered existence on Vile Island, a drastic step that signifies not just a physical departure, but a personal transformation. Leaving behind the place you grew up is a huge risk. She only had herself to depend on, and considering she's never ever seen the outside world, this could have gone really bad. Her ability to navigate the world using her honed skills as a thief, now repurposed for a righteous cause, highlights her adaptability and inner strength. Her journey resonates with audiences and with me because it embodies a powerful story of self-determination. Carmen's transition from being a vile operative to a hero is driven by more than a quest to preserve artifacts. Oh yeah, no, it's personal. For Carmen, stopping Vile is not just about thwarting evil plans, it's about finding out who she truly is and where she comes from, something that Vile hid from her. If she fails, she risks losing her chance at self-discovery and reconciliation with her past. Forging your own identity is a difficult task, especially when you don't know where you come from. For Carmen, it feels like a huge part of herself is missing. The lack of knowledge about her true origins leaves a void that she desperately seeks to fill. And these emotional stakes are intensified by Carmen's sense of betrayal. People she once trusted and considered her family have turned out to be part of a malevolent organization that kept her past a secret. This betrayal fuels her resentment and adds significant personal stakes to her mission. Another reason why I love this series so much is because of its captivating twist, especially when it comes to unraveling the mystery of Carmen's origins. The show masterfully blends action with suspense, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats as they follow Carmen's journey of self-discovery. What's great about these twists is that they aren't simply just for shock value. They are thoughtfully integrated into the story, adding depth and complexity to the characters' arcs. Each revelation enhances our understanding of the characters' relationships and the larger narrative. So let's talk about the big twist of Carmen Sandiego. In season 2, we find out more about Carmen's origins through the character of Shadowson. We learn of a man named Dexter Wolf, Carmen's biological father, who was once one of the best criminal Vile had, and known for his exceptional skills. Dexter often went on missions alone, making him a highly valued operative. However, his life took a dramatic turn when he fell in love with a mysterious woman and became a father. The birth of Carmen changed him profoundly. He developed a newfound warmth and a desire to break free from his life of crime to provide a better future for his family. Dexter planned to escape Vile and start anew, but his aspirations were tragically cut short when Interpol intervened, leaving Carmen orphaned and vulnerable. The series reveals that a young Shadowson, initially sent by the Vile faculty to find Dexter Wolf, saved Carmen as a baby and brought her to Vile Island. This twist redefines Shadowson's character, showcasing his protective instinct and desire to see Carmen fulfill her potential in a way that aligns with her true nature. Like I said, great twists in a story aren't purely for shock value. What's the point of having a massive twist if it doesn't make sense in the wider scheme of things? What makes a great twist is one that recontextualizes previous events, shedding new light on the narrative, encouraging the audience to see the story in a different way. And that's exactly what Carmen Sandiego does, because when you go back to rewatch the series up until the point Shadowson reveals the big mystery, you realize all the little clues you didn't pick up on when you first watched it. You realize that Shadowson had always protected Carmen. His actions add a complex layer to the narrative, showing that someone as cold and distant as Shadowson cared enough to protect Carmen from a life of villainy. The twist is also a sad truth that history was so close to repeating itself had Shadowson not intervened. Carmen truly is her father's daughter, with strong genes for thievery and cunning. However, unlike Dexter, Carmen actually escaped Vile and forged her own destiny. Another reason why I love Netflix's Carmen Sandiego is because of its rich, dynamic character relationships. The series brilliantly develops these connections, adding depth and emotional resonance to the narrative. First up, we have Carmen and Player. At the heart of the show is the unique and endearing friendship between Carmen and Player. This relationship begins when Carmen, isolated on Vile Island, discovers a phone and reaches out to the outside world. Player, a tech-savvy kid, responds, and the two quickly form a bond. Their friendship is built on trust, mutual respect, and shared goals. Player acts as Carmen's eyes and ears, providing vital intelligence and technical support during her heists. Despite the physical distance between them, their connection is palpable and deeply supportive. Out of everyone, Player is probably the one that she can truly confide in. After all, they've known each other since she was 16 and he was 12. And this is evident in the episode The Lucky Cat Caper, where Carmen has a nightmare about the day she failed to become a Vile operative. Player says,
"Oh boy, You're having that dream again, aren't you?
Indicating that she's had it numerous times and confided in Player about it. Their relationship frames the entire series. It started with them and it ended with them. In the series finale, when Carmen finds her mother, Player accompanies her because she feels nervous and she tells him,
"Thanks for being there, Player. You mean the world to me."
Player's loyalty and unwavering belief in Carmen underscores the emotional core of their relationship, highlighting themes of trust and partnership. Now we have Carmen and Shadow-san. The relationship between Carmen and Shadow-san evolves significantly through the series. Shadow-san becomes a mentor and a father figure to Carmen. His actions are motivated by a desire to protect her and see her realize her true potential, away from a life of villainy. Shadow-san's wisdom, discipline, and quiet affection for Carmen adds depth to their relationship, showcasing a blend of tough love and genuine care. But he also learns a lot from Carmen too. He learns that you cannot run away from your past and someday you do have to face it. Redemption is possible, even for those who feel like they're too far gone. Their bond is a testament to the idea that family is not just about blood, but also about the connections we forge with those who guide and support us along the way. What about Carmen and Gray? Carmen's relationship with Gray, also known as Crackle, adds complexity and emotional stakes to the series. Gray initially shares a close and affectionate bond with Carmen. Their camaraderie is evident in their shared history and mutual understanding. However, Gray's eventual loyalty to Vile creates tension and conflict. This dynamic explores the themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the painful choices one must make between personal relationships and moral convictions. Sometimes in life, you have to part ways with people who do not align with your values, even if they are close friends. Ending her friendship with Gray was one of the hardest things Carmen has ever had to do. Yes, way harder than some of her capers, but the fact that she did shows her emotional strength. This is one of the few episodes I genuinely teared up for because you can tell Carmen really did try to fight for that friendship, holding on to the possibility that Gray would choose the right side, but he never did. And when Carmen realized you can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved, it hit hard, but not abiding by her values would have hurt even more. And this decision highlights Carmen's commitment to her principles and her resilience. And finally, we have Carmen and Coach Brunt. The relationship between Carmen and Coach Brunt is fraught with tension and complexity. Coach Brunt played a significant role in Carmen's training and viewed Carmen as a daughter, displaying a twisted form of affection evident in her harsh but protective attitude. When Carmen leaves Vile, Brunt feels a deep sense of betrayal, and this feeling of betrayal, coupled with her twisted affection, drives much of Brunt's antagonism towards Carmen. This relationship adds a layer of psychological complexity to Carmen's character as she navigates the conflicting emotions of seeking approval and rebelling against Brunt's control. The dynamic between them underscores the broader theme of breaking free from toxic influences and forging one's path. I would honestly say that Carmen and Coach Brunt's relationship kind of parallels Carmen and Shadow-san's relationship, kind of like inverse of one another. The final reason why I love Netflix's Carmen Sandiego so much is because of the profound meaning embodied by the character. Carmen Sandiego isn't just a master thief who uses her skills for good. She represents a pillar of strength and an inspiring testament to the idea that anybody can fight the good fight. Throughout the series, Carmen's actions transcend mere heroics. She embarks on daring heists, not just to thwart Vile, but to make a meaningful difference in the world. Her journey is filled with encounters and experiences that underscore her impact on those she meets. By standing up against injustice and using her unique talents for a noble cause, Carmen demonstrates that heroism comes in many forms and that anyone can rise to the challenge. This idea is poignantly reinforced in the series finale, where Shadow-san tells Carmen that she's inspired countless people through her adventures. Carmen's influence extends far beyond her own actions. Her bravery and determination resonate with others, encouraging them to stand up for what's right. Through her heists and her encounters with people from all corners of the globe, Carmen has become a beacon of hope and a catalyst for change. She has shown that the fight for justice is a collective effort and that the world is indeed in good hands because of her. Carmen Sandiego might be the original figure in the iconic red coat, but her legacy is about more than just her individual feats. She symbolizes the potential within everyone to make a difference. The red coat and hat, once symbols of her solitary battles, can now be passed on to others, signifying that the responsibility of fighting for justice doesn't rest on her shoulders alone. This passing of the mantle highlights a powerful message. True heroism inspires and empowers others to join the cause. The character of Carmen Sandiego thus becomes a symbol of empowerment and collective action. Her journey from a lone thief to an inspirational figure embodies the belief that anyone, regardless of their past or present, can contribute to a better world. This message is both uplifting and deeply resonant, making Carmen Sandiego more than just a protagonist. She becomes a universal symbol of courage and resilience. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's funny because Carmen Sandiego was the first ever series I covered on this channel when I first started 4 years ago, and it's been about 3 years since the show ended, so I thought, why not come full circle and make a video on one of my favorite shows? Carmen Sandiego is so underrated. I wish more people knew about it. But hey, me and this hidden gem are locked in. Something about this series just hooked me from the very beginning, and I'm honestly glad. Netflix's Carmen Sandiego is an adaptation done right. But now, as always, I want to put it to you guys and hear your thoughts. What do you think of Netflix's Carmen Sandiego? Let me know down in the comments. But as for today, that's it from me, and I'll see you again next time.